Hey, everybody, how are you? Good to have you with me tonight. I am so excited. First of all, we're almost in 2026, right? And I am just so excited to be here with you tonight. Oh, God has been so good. So I'm going to get right into it because I can imagine that everybody is planning for the new year coming in and probably have family, friends, parties to go to celebrate the new coming year. And I tell you, every year I always have something special that will carry me through the year. And so I'm going to share that with you toward the end. And so let's get into it, right? So, Queen, hey, Queen, what if your hair could talk? What if your hair could talk? What would your crown say? What could your what if your crown told you the story of your 2025? Not to shame you and but to teach you. Now, tonight this is not a technical lesson. This is a wisdom lesson. And so this year taught me that my hair doesn't respond well to pressure. It responds to presence, meaning my me time, focused attention, hair joy. When I have joy about my me time and doing my hair and my date with myself, my hair, oh my God, it's like it's happy. I'm happy, and so my hair is happy, right? Because it's about to get some attention, some focused attention. And so I noticed that when I slow down, we're all busy, we all have busy weeks. But when I slow down, my spirit slows down and my crown slows down and it softens. My spirit softens and my crown softens. And when I'm rushed, it's resistant. And what that tells me about myself is that I need to show up for myself, right? I need to show up for myself. And let me tell y'all something. I tell you, sometime like I just took the curlers out of my hair, right? But my wash day, my me time is on either Saturday night or Sunday. So I don't really get a chance to rock this style a long time, right? Because I want to show up for you all, at my best. And but sometime and then now this week it's time for me to retighten my hair. And yes, I retighten my own hair. Not by choice, let me tell you, not by choice, but out of necessity. And so sometimes, y'all, honestly, transparently, I do not feel like doing my hair, whether that's washing it or retightening. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing my hair, but how can I lead? How can I be an example if I don't follow through? And what I've come to realize is that my hair is really telling the story, right? My hair is really telling the story that I am showing up for myself. As I preach and teach, I'm also listening, right? As I teach, I have to do it as well. And the evidence is the health of my hair, the length of my hair, right? And so that's what we have to do. When I resist, when I rush and I don't feel like it and I don't do it, which is very, very, very rare, my hair shows up that way, right? It's dry, it's brittle. um it's not the best, it's not at its best. And so what that tells me is that I need to be consistent with focused attention. And that's when I set my me time, my date with myself. And I want to encourage you all to do the same. Now, let's all get centered as we start tonight's lesson. I am not going to be long with you, but I'm going to come strong. Gentle but strong, right? So you all know I like to take a deep breath. And I told you all, I pray over my hair, right? Over my crown. So I want you to put one hand on your crown, on your hair, and one hand on your heart, right? And I want you to say with me, God is involved in the details of my hair and my growth. Let's say that again. God is involved in the details of my hair and my growth. Right? Now, let that settle in, Queen. This includes your strands, right? And the seasons of your life. And that's why my favorite scripture for our hair's health and sanity is found in Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. And I like the New Living Translation. And it says, and the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Now, what that means is that God is concerned for every little detail, including your hair. He has created you with the type of hair you have, the texture, right? The grade of hair that you have. And so it behooves us to embrace what God has given us. Now, you notice I have a little band across my hair, and all this is showing all of my gray. And that's on purpose. I wanted you to see how gray I am. And the reason why I want you to see it is because I want to encourage you, for those of you who are struggling with self-acceptance. I want to encourage you to embrace everything about your hair, and not only your hair, yourself, right? Because you're a reflection of who God is. He created you in his image. And so I want to close out this medium porosity series through reflection, release, reset, and vision. And so this is how we're going to finish strong, not by doing more, but by understanding what we've learned. And do you realize this is the 10th week since we started this porosity series? And so for 10 weeks, we've been learning about low porosity. We started with low porosity, and now we're closing out with our medium porosity. And next week, we're going to start our series on high porosity. It's exciting, right? It's exciting. So your hair has been communicating with you all year long. Dryness, softness, resistance, and flow are not random, Queen. They're feedback. It's feedback. When you listen instead of react, everything changes. Reflection creates peace, and peace creates consistency. Your crown thrives when you honor what it's been telling you, not ignoring, but what it's been telling you. So, by the end of tonight, you will leave with clarity, not just about your hair, but about how you want to care for yourself and your hair moving forward. This is all about moving forward. By the way, the chat is open for the entire public tonight, right? It's not just for the members, right? Or the subscribers. Now, I would love for you, if you're watching and listening, to subscribe, because that is what lets you know when I upload another video or when I go live. And it also gives you privileges to be able to chat and to be able to converse with me and the community. So let's see who we have here. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Barbara Ray, how are you? Good to see you as well. It's good to have you ladies on with me this evening. And anybody else who's on here, hello. Make yourself known by just saying hello in the chat, okay? Now, let's get into our lessons, right? Let's get into, and I'm not long with the lessons, but I want you to get this. So we're going to talk about reflection. Like, what has your hair taught you in 2025, right? What have your hair taught? Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Thank you so much for your order. It's going out in the morning. I tell you, she showed up, right? Her hair is medium porosity, and she got the argan collection. So congratulations on that. Hey, Natural Debbie. Good evening, Debbie. How are you? It's so good to have you on here with us. Debbie is our white diamond member. And Stephanie and Carolyn is our pearl member, right? And so it's so good to have you ladies on with us this evening. And so I want to ask you a question. If your hair could speak about your 2025, what would it say you needed more of? And what would it say you had too much of? Right? Now, you guys know I like interaction. So in the chat, if you can answer those questions, I know it's something to think about, to ponder, but let me ask you again. If your hair could speak about your 2025, not just your hair, but your life, right? And so our lives reflect how our hair responds and look, right? So if it could speak about your 2025, what would it say you needed more of? And what would it say you had too much of? Right? Now, when your hair felt dry, brittle, and unpredictable, what was happening in your life at that time? Right? It was just reacting, right? It was just reacting to what was going on, stressful wise, peaceful wise, etc. So, what was happening in your life during the time that I mentioned before? What would it need more of, and what did you have too much of, right? Now, this is not about guilt, okay? It's about awareness. So if you were paying attention to your hair, to your life, Just share that, what was your hair saying, okay? So let's now talk about release, right? So we just reflected. So I want you to reflect on those questions. Now let's release and let go of trial and error routines, right? This is the year we stop experimenting out of frustration. By now, we should kind of have an idea of what our hair needs, how it needs to flow, right? What type of products, what your porosity is, and what type of products you need. And so I want to invite you to release over product use. Sometimes, you know, people want to use 15 different things on their hair. This serum, this gel, this spray, this conditioner, that conditioner, right? 15 different things in your hair, and it really does not take all of that. First of all, it will smother your hair, right? It clogs up your follicles and it retards the growth and the shine and the healthiness of your hair. So less is more when it comes to taking care of your hair. And simplicity is queen, right? So that's what we want to do. I want to also invite you to lay down inconsistent routines, right? Pick a day that you choose that works with your schedule, your lifestyle, that you can be consistent with your hair care, with your me time, right? And then I want to invite you to do away with panic fixes, right? Like you want to go somewhere, you want to go out, and your hair just is not acting right, right? And so what you do, some of you still, even with Sisterlocks, you throw a wig on or you throw a hat on and you hide your hair. But if you're consistent with the hair care, with caring for your hair, then your hair will act right all the time, or at least most of the time, right? So I want to encourage you to release the panic fixes, right? And so we are going to release chaos, not care, right? Not care. We're going to release chaos. So we talked about reflection, right? We talked about releasing. And now let's talk about resetting. Resetting as we approach the new year. I'm so excited for the new year coming because there's so much that we have to look forward to. God has been so good. I know he has been to me. Has God been good to you? In the chat, let me know. Yes, God has been good to me, right? Okay, so we're going to reset. And when you don't feel like doing your hair, that's understandable, because I just shared that sometimes I just don't feel like doing my hair. But that's not failure, queen, right? That's your cue to simplify. So if we stay consistent and stay on a regular schedule, then we won't have those type of issues, right? So that's our cue, our call to simplify our routine and get rid of some things that's draining us, right? So we can have the energy to do our hair, right? So reset sounds like one day, right? Remember I said choose one day. Choose one day, one rhythm, right? Commit to it, right? Show up for yourself. And one choice. Get excited to reconnect with your hair. I'm telling you, sometimes I'll put on my jazz in the bathroom, right? I have a little speaker in the bathroom and I'll have my phone and I'll have, the music blasting while I am spraying my hair and conditioning my hair. And then I'll bend forward and I'll massage my scalp. And I'm telling you, that's like my time. And this is during the week, right? This is during the week. And so get excited about reconnecting with your hair. And see, so sometime when we're in the mirror doing our hair, doing our makeup, don't you reflect? Don't you have thoughts sometime of how you can improve your life, right? How you can improve the woman that you're becoming, right? We're constantly becoming, right? And so this is how consistency becomes sustainable when we commit to ourselves, when we show up for ourselves, right? So we talked about reflection, right? What would your hair say if it could talk? If it can give you a summarization of 2025, what would it say? Then we want to release, right? We want to release the failure that we call failure, right? We want to reset. Now, let's visualize our hair in 90 days, which 90 days from tonight would be March 31st, 2026. That's 90 days, right? And we're going to have challenges coming up. And so right now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes, but let's just visualize our hair health, our mental peace, right? When our hair is healthy, when we give ourselves the time of day, even if it's just painting our nails or filing our nails, right? Or just rubbing our feet, just giving ourselves some time. That's called mental peace. Most people call it mental health, right? But I like to call it mental peace. What we're really searching for is peace, right? So I call it mental peace. And then when we have mental peace, our confidence soars. We sing, we dance, we have a smile on our face, we feel good about ourselves, we're in a good mood, right? The sun seems like it shines brighter. So let's visualize ourselves. Let's imagine your hair thriving in 90 days. If we're consistent, right, with taking care of your hair, our hair, massaging it, giving steaming it, right? Steaming, steam. When we're consistent with that, cleansing our hair at least twice a week, twice a month, right? Of course, I do mine weekly, but if we can just, for those who find it hard to do it weekly, if you can do it just at least twice a month, be consistent with that for the next 90 days, at least until March. Visualize how your hair will thrive, how it will shine, right? And so visualize what it would look like, what you would look like, how you would feel, right? Your crown feels and act right when you take care of it. Your spirit feels calm, right? Visualize this. Your hair acting right, your spirit feels calm, your confidence is soaring high, and you just feel grounded. You feel at peace. You feel strong, even spiritually, right? This is not hype, ladies. This is real, right? I'm challenging you to challenge yourself, to show up for yourself for the next 90 days consciously. Get in alignment with yourself for the next 90 days. Read your Bible more, right? Commit to some type of quote or scripture by memory. Do something. If you just do one or two things and for the next 90 days consistently, then reevaluate. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to address it in March, right? And so I want to challenge you to get in alignment, do something that you've never done before so you can have the results that you've never had before, right? Okay, so Okay, so Stephanie said, yes, he has been so good. Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree, Stephanie. Now, which word are you taking into the new year with your crown, Queen? Would it be the reflection? Would it be release, reset, or vision? Right? Which word, which section that I just talked about will you take with you in the new year? And I'm going to share with you what my word is, because every year I always have a word for the year. And I also have a statement that I repeat during the year. Right. So let's now. So that's the lesson, y'all. That's the lesson. That is the lesson. So now I want to I want to summarize what we just talked about. So let me write some takeaways on the board here. Let's see. Here we go. Right. Let me write some takeaways on the board. So we learned that medium porosity through this whole series, right? Through this whole series, we learned that medium porosity thrives with rhythm and balance and not reaction, right? So, let me say. So, medium porosity hair, medium porosity thrives. Okay, it thrives, right, in balance and rhythm. I always can't remember how to spell rhythm. Let me see here. Rhythm. Okay. Where is it at? Where is, oh, okay, W-R-H. Isn't that a funny word to try and spell? Did I spell it right? Okay. It it thrives in rhythm, balance, right? And me time, right? So the me time is what adds the balance. So I'm going to put that up here. Right? And so me time is consistency, right? That's consistency, right? So let's commit to that consistency. And then awareness, right? If you pay attention to your hair, right, you will become more aware. So awareness is what will give you the best results, right? If you give your time, your hair time and attention and focus, right? That's awareness, focus, right? And when you become aware, then you will be more sensitive to your hair. You will handle it more gently, right? You will handle it much more gently, and it will bring calm to your spirit and to your life, right? It will do that. And then simplicity. Less is more. Less is more. You don't need 15 different things in your hair for it to show up for you, right? And so that makes life and your hair care easier, doable, right? And exciting. And then your hair responds to intention, right? So be very intentional, right? Be very intentional with your hair care. Oh, y'all can't see that. Let me see. Okay, be very intentional with your hair care, right? And get excited. Get excited about doing your hair, right? Get excited about doing your hair. That's like reconnecting to who you are, right? To who you are and to what God has given you, right? So these are the things that we've learned, right? This whole let me see. This is the fifth week, I think. Let me see. Yeah, this is the fifth week that we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. This is the 5th week, right? And we're closing out the medium porosity lessons that we've learned, and we're going to be going into the high porosity next year. We'll say next year because next year is a few hours from now. Now, what did we learn? What products did we learn about? Right? We learned about the medium porosity products, right? Products that really nourishes and nurture your hair. And we learned about 2 sets of products. We learned about the argan collection, right? And then you have an alternative rose petals collection. Now, let me show you the rose petals collection, right? This is the rose petals collection. And both of those collections are wonderful for your hair, for your medium porosity hair. And then you learned also the avocado oil is for all porosity. So the avocado oil you can use on all the porosity. I love avocado oil, right? This is a golden oil. I call it green gold, right? So this can go with all the porosities. So I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you, and I want to share that surprise with you. And and but before I do, I like you see me featuring both of these products, right? The argan products and the rose petals products, right? The rose petals products. And so the reason why I want to feature those and just reiterate that medium porosity hair doesn't need heavy products, right? It needs supportive, lightweight hydration that actually absorbs into your hair, not sit on top of your hair. And these 2 collections meet your crown exactly where it is, right? So again, you have your argan products, which consist of the shampoo, right? And the conditioner cream. The conditioner cream is leave in or rinse out. And all these products have a nice dose of pure Moroccan argan oil in them. And you have your moisturizing spray, and you have your argan oil itself, right? And then I want to show you our rose petals collection. Now, this is our rose water, right? It smells good. This is my favorite in terms of rehydrating when I steam my hair and when I'm getting ready to braid my hair or curl my hair, right? Like in the midweek. So this is our rose water. This is our rose petals moisturizing, luxurious moisturizing shampoo, and it smells so good. And by the way, shampoos are very important when it comes to your hair health. A lot of people don't think that it is, but it is, right? It sets the tone for the health of your hair, for the beauty and shine of your hair. And all of our shampoos have a nice dose of the oil in it, right? It cleanses your hair and it helps to seal in the moisture in your hair, the moisture that you need. And then we have our conditioner cream, our rose petals conditioner cream. Smells so good. It's lightweight. And so we have that. You can leave that in or rinse out. And then we have our rose petals hair oil. The base of this oil is jojoba, right? Jojoba oil. Now, I introduced those 2 products, right? Because I have a surprise for you, and it lasts for another hour and a half, and you get 50% off starting now until 9:30 Central Standard Time on the starter kit of the which consists of your spray and your conditioner for the argan. And I only have three of these I only have three of these left, three sets. So you get this set for 50% off from now until an hour and a half from now. And you also get 50% off this set. This is our starter kit, right? And so these sets are perfect, especially for those who just want to try beautiful hair products, who want to really see how the products reacts on in their hair, right? And so that's like that's like taking baby steps, right? You just want to test it out and see, and only have two of those kits, two of these kits here, right? And three of these kits here. And right now they're 50% off. And you get your own care guide too, personalized care guide for each one of the sets. And so let me put the discount code in here. Once you click on this code, once you click on that code, you don't have to worry about putting the code in. It's especially for those two products, right? Only. So if you click on that and you get those sets, then you will get that 50% off at the checkout. No, you don't have to worry about trying to figure out what the code is and do all that. Everything is done for you at the register, right? And so I wanted to just share that with you as my New Year's gift to those who want to just try beautiful hair products and or add to your inventory. Some people stock up, right? And so I want to just share that with you and add that to your inventory. Now we're coming to a close here, and I want to really be transparent and share my heart about the Beautiful Locks Club community. And I want to let you know that this community is your support on your Sisterlocks journey, right? And it's through membership, right? It's through membership. And so through these last really 6 months, it's been 6 months that I had to step back and then work on the business, right? Of Sisterlocks, my Sisterlock business, and get everything ready for this next chapter in all of our lives. And like I said, hair is what bring us together, but life is what keep us together. And so as you can tell by how I talk about crown and God and all that, I'm a woman of faith. First of all, you all know that by now. And I know that our outer beauty is a reaction to what's going on in our head, right? What's going on in our lives. And so I like to minister to the total woman, right? And so I've moved my platform from another platform. Everything is here in YouTube, on the YouTube platform. And my goal is to just make this community so valuable that you miss it when you're not here, right? And so as I have made that transition, I just want you ladies to know, you queens, my sisters, to know that I literally think about you all the time, how I can serve you better. How I can serve you better. I pray for you ladies. I pray for our community, right? Literally, I do. And I want to serve you in a way that brings so much value and impact into your lives that it will literally transform your life, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about your hair, the way you think about your life, the way you think about who you are as a woman, right? Our hair is just an outer expression of who we are, right? Not everybody has hair where they can wear it out. Some people still have to wear wigs. Listen, I am no judge, right? I want to show up and at least give you encouragement, give you an alternative, give you an option, and encourage you to embrace who you are, right? And if you're not there yet, it's okay. It's okay. It's a journey, right? And so I'm telling you all of this to let you know that I will be really um, investing more of my time and effort and energy in the community, right? Inside the membership. Um, the Pearl membership is like step one, right? And so this next week, right? Next week we'll have a dividing line. And so I will be doing lives and one-on-ones with white diamond memberships and up, right? I'm going to open up the blue diamond, right? So we're going to have the pearl membership, the white diamond membership. Those are the two we have right now. And I am working on, because see, I'm not just opening these memberships. I have to show up, y'all. I have to show up. It's not just, you know, putting up a membership tier and just thinking that, you know, it's just going to happen. No, I'm working. This is my job. This is my ministry, right? So I am committed to bringing my best, showing up at my best for you. Now, during the membership only lives, and yes, I will be doing members only lives. Once I get this technicalities worked out, right? It's going to be live and cracking. I'm telling you, I am telling you, now that everything is on one platform, I don't have to be worrying about trying to do this and trying to do that over there. I'm telling you, it's, mark my word, watch my smoke. But white diamond and up will benefit the most in terms of one-on-one. Debbie mentioned the fact that she wants more one-on-one. So we're going to do one-on-one. We're going to have different challenges, right? And it's all going to happen in our membership, right? It's going to happen for our members. And so starting this Saturday, so I give a wonderful, I call it a recentering divine message, right? And so those divine messages will be, the full message will go to white diamond and up starting this Saturday, right? So for those who are members, who are Pearl members, if you want to really benefit from what's to come, I would encourage you to upgrade to white diamond at least, right? And then blue diamond is going to be on a whole different level, but at least get in on the upgrade to white diamond so that you can be a part of everything that I'm planning, that God is, you know, birthing in me, right? Because I'm going to really, really nurture and be there for my members, my members, right? And so those who are watching, if you're not a subscriber, if you're not a member, I want to encourage you to get on the train, ladies. Get on the train. And so membership to me is not about a fee. It's about value, right? I mean, we buy the things that we want to buy. So this is, I just want to put this money thing to rest, because this to me is not even about money. You buy a Starbucks latte, what is that, like $5 or $6, right? And that's membership, right? Your white diamond membership is only $9.99 a month, per month, right? And so that's like giving me a tip. And what it is that the support that you give to the community is encouragement. It's like giving a waiter or waitress a tip for pouring out. You know how sometimes you go to restaurants and some waiters, I mean, they're not attentive at all, right? And then you just have that certain waiter or waitress that they don't come back over and over, like becoming a nuisance, right? They just check on you and they give you service, and they're passionate for what they do. They enjoy what they do. You can tell, right? And they're pouring into you because you are their priority. And it's the same with me. This is my passion, ladies. I work hard to get better myself, right? I have to lead by example. I am your guide. I have raised my hand. I have said yes to the call, because I'm telling you, it is a calling. I have tried over and over to get out of this business, but God keeps calling me, keeps pressing my spirit, because there is something deeper than just hair going on here, ladies. Right? And so the support that you give to the membership, right, is a tip. It's a nod saying that what I'm bringing matters, that you're getting something out of it, right? And that you're learning something. Maybe your thought process has changed, right? And so what I'm going for is making an impact in your life, a transformation. And I'm telling you, I'm learning as well. I'm becoming the best version of myself as well. And so that's what the community is. It's being a part of a community of like-minded women. And this is for women, right? Like-minded women who want to be the best version of themselves. Hair brought us together, right? But life is going to keep us together, right? Because I want to deal with the whole woman. So we're going to be talking about health, right? Wealth, and a peace of mind. That's my mother's favorite. Health, wealth, and a peace of mind. When you have all that, you have peace in your life, right? And so my goal for 2026 is to really show up like I've never shown up before, to pour into my community, into the ladies who raise their hand and says that I want to be part of it, right? And I want to not only take, but I also want to give. I'm really trying to rebirth something that really a lot of us have lost, and that is connection with each other, with human beings. We have got into the habit of jumping in and jumping out, not following up, not getting back in touch with each other, saying what we're going to do, but not doing it. We have to do better, ladies. We have to. And you know that we have to, right? I have raised my hand and I am committed to you and to me and to all of us. So I want to invite you to become a member, a queen. Join the queendom in the Beautiful Locs Club, right? And become a queen in our queendom. And not look to just take, but also to give. Do you know that we get encouragement by encouraging each other, by showing up for each other? right? And so I wasn't expecting to go all down that lane, but I just wanted to share my heart, right? I'm having a heart to heart with you ladies, with you queens, right? And um, so that's what I want to just share with you, that support is never wasted, it's nurtured in truth, right? So it helps me, right? It helps me to get the equipment that I need so that I can show up better for you. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm really hoping to connect with more and more women. And if you have any friends, family members that would like to be a part of it, please invite them, join us, right? Join in on the fun, the facts, and the whatever. I don't know. But I just wanted to put that out to you. So, Queen, as we step into the new year, 2026, we're going to be expanding beyond our hair, because hair health, right, follows wholeness. And let me give a disclaimer right now. I am not a trichologist. I am not a dermatologist. I'm not a psychologist. I am Renee Michelle Floyd, called to this ministry called hair, right? And that's what I am. I'm a sister friend. I'm a guide, right? And I'm passionate about hair, about you, especially you who is ready to make the move. Sometimes we're not ready, right? We're not in position, and that's okay. We're going to get there, right? And so I'm excited, ladies, about what's to come, what's to come. I really, really am. And so I want to again challenge you for the next 90 days till March 31st, 2026, which is, right, which is the last Tuesday of March. And so that first Tuesday, April 1st, I am going to reevaluate. I'm going to bring it up again. I want a report from you, right? And certainly those in the community, in the Beautiful Locks Club, we're going to really be, staying on top of it, right? We're going to have exercises. We're going to have things that we're going to need to be doing, accountability. That's what we're going to be doing for the next 90 days, right? And so I want you to be unrecognizable to yourself, right? Surprise yourself and do something that you've never done before. Okay. So I told you that I was going to share with you what my word for 2026 is. Have you thought about it? What is your word for 2026? My word is consistency. Right? I want to be consistent in everything that I do. My Bible study, my business, right? I want to be consistent in connecting with my family, with my friends, and certainly with you, right? So consistency is what my word for 2026 is. And my statement, I told you I always have a word and a statement. My statement is, it is happening. It is happening. And the reason why I say it is happening is because when I am consistent, when you're consistent, what you thought about, what you dreamt about will happen, right? So it is happening. Whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, it will happen when you have consistency. So my word again is consistency, and my statement is, it is happening. Whatever the it is happening, right? And so I wanted to say, oh, hey, Cheryl, how are you, lady? Oh my goodness, how are you? It's so good to have you on here, Cheryl. I hope you're still on here. Happy New Year, Stephanie and Carolyn. I hope you all, and Cheryl, right? I hope you all are still on here, right? So, again, let me go over this again. In the chat, I have the link where you can purchase your kit, right? Your starter kit, the argan kit, which consists of your conditioner and your hairspray, your moisturizing spray, and or your rose spray and your conditioner. Both of these sets are 50% off for the next hour. Now we have 1 hour left, and so that link is in the chat, right? And so let me put it here again, right? All you do is click on that link, and it'll take you right to where you need to get the product. You don't have to worry about typing in a code. That the code will automatically take off 50% at the checkout, right? And I only have 3 argan sets, right? And 2 rose petals. And once those are sold out, it's sold out until the next batch is made, right? I am hydrating with rose petal and avocado. Oh, hey! That's right. That's Cheryl's favorite is the rose petals and the argan. I mean the avocado oil. All right, Cheryl. Way to go, girl. Great. And so ladies, I want you, as we are winding down 2025, I want to encourage you to continue stewarding. And when I say stewarding, listen, our hair is a gift, right? No matter how much hair we have, whether we have as much hair as I have, or Cheryl's hair is even longer than mine, right? Or we have 1 or 2 inches, or it's thin, or it's thinning, or whatever. We're on here to learn how to be the best that we can be, how to make it healthy as it can be, right? And so as we wind down and for 2025, right? I want you to continue stewarding your gift, your hair, your crown with loving care, right? And I want you to remember that your journey is part of your healing journey, right? Your journey is personal, is unique to you, and every step that you take on your journey teaches you more about yourself, who you are, and who you are becoming. So take your time, Queen, and be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Things don't happen overnight. Consistency will help to the process to be easier, to be fun. Make it fun. Like I say, sometimes I put my jazz on, or I'll sit and read a book while I am steaming, right? While I am steaming with my Stella the steamer, right? And so make it fun. Make it something that you look forward to. Put on a good movie, right? Make it fun. Trust the process and give your crown the consistency that it deserves. Now, for you queens who have not taken the porosity quiz yet, right? It's so simple. It's like 60 seconds. That is your next step, because once you know your porosity, right, you can finally stop guessing and start nurturing your crown correctly and properly, right? So take the porosity quiz today. Go on my website, beautifulhairproducts.com, right? Go on the website, take the porosity quiz, and then you will know exactly what your hair type needs, what product that your hair needs, right? And start reviving your crown. Not tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is 2026. Let's start today, tonight, right? Let's start now. All the links to the porosity quiz, to the store. Then the store is open 24/7, right? Because it's online. So everything is in the description right under this video. So all you do where it says more under the video, it says more, click on that and you'll see notes and you'll see all the links. All you do is click on those links and it'll take you right where you need to be. The link to join this community is also there. And in case you can't find it, let me go ahead and give you, well, let me see here. Basically, right here on YouTube, I'm just putting it on here for those who, can't seem to find it, right? I will give you the link to the, to join the community, right? It's just, you just click on join and it will take you right to join the community at pearl level or at the white diamond level. I am going to be opening up the blue diamond level soon, right? But white diamond right now, that's where I'm going to be pouring in. I'm going to be bringing lives on Zoom. We're going to do question and answer. We're going to do challenges. It's going to start from white diamond level on up. So you want to get into that, right? And so all those links are there. So for those who are watching, if you're not a subscriber of this channel, the Beautiful Hair Products channel, it's free, right? All you do is click subscribe and then at the bell, click on the bell and hit all. So when you see, when I post a post, right? Sometime I post like a little blog post or I will make a video or I will go live. You will get notified immediately for that. And then if you found value in the information that I've shared tonight, and if you like the information, just give me a thumbs up. That's a like, right? That's free as well. What that does is push out this video to other women like yourself who's looking for something like this, right? And so that's what the like does. And then make a comment, right? So right now we're live in the chat, right? And okay, I am trying to order what is 50% off. So what's 50% off, Cheryl, is these two kits, right? Only these two kits only. So the link that I put in the chat, right? All you do is click on those and it will take you right to the product that you get, or it will just have the 50% off on the checkout. And like I said, I only have 2 rose petals, this conditioner and the spray, and I have 3 of the argan kit, right? And once they're sold out, they're sold out. And so if you want to get everything at once, you can do that, but you can only use the code one time per person, right? So you can't go and buy this and then come back and then buy this. You can only use the code once. So whatever you want to get, put it all in one cart, right? And your total order is 50% off, right? Okay, so so what I was saying is, so right now we're live in the chat, but in the comment section, make a comment, ask a question, make a statement, right? And all this helps this information to be pushed out to more people that is looking for something like this, right? And that's part of being in the community. We all are helping one another. And I love it, right? I love it. So it's not like it's all on one person. We're all helping one another. And that's what we're missing. We're missing that, ladies. We have gotten away from that. And I want to reignite that in our hearts, right? In our hearts is what I want to do. So, All right. So I want to one more time invite you to walk this journey with like minded queens like yourself, right? You don't have to walk this alone. This club, this um, queendom is a sanctuary for us that have sister locks, right? That have, I specialize in sister locks. I know that there's all kinds of other locks and braids and twists, but I specialize in sister locks, right? Now, that doesn't mean that if you don't have sister locks, you can't come along. Yes, you can, right? You're welcome to come. But my language, my marketing, um, my pattern is for those. I mentioned the word sister locks, right? And so, but I just want to let you know that this is your sanctuary, your support system, your private community. So that's all I want to say about that, right? And so we're coming to a close, lady, right? So I want to ask you, what are your hair goals for 2026? Right? Is it more hair growth, more growth in your hair or in your person, right? In your being? Is it a healthier scalp? Is it stronger strands? Or what is it? Is it other, right? I really want you to answer that. What is your goal? In the comment below, answer that, right? And so next week is, oh my God, next week Wednesday is January 7th, and we're going to start our series on high porosity sister locks, right? We're going to be talking about softening fragile hair and holding moisture longer and supporting our crowns with gentleness, etc., 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 right? And so it's going to be powerful. This series is going to be powerful. I'm excited. And then after we finish this series, high porosity, we would have covered low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. And then we're going to, oh my God, we're going to really get into some serious stuff. We're going to really start our challenges. I'm going to do more coaching, more one-on-one intimate settings, right? For our members, right? And this is members, right? And so I am just so excited. I went a little longer than I wanted to, but I hope that you all got something out of what we talked about tonight. And okay, got those two. All right. Very good, Cheryl. It will be going out tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is a holiday, but I will package it up and it will be going out on Friday. Right? It'll be going out on Friday. Thank you. And congratulations for taking action. That's what I like. That's what I like, taking action. Cheryl, please consider becoming a White Diamond member because your energy is needed in the community. I need your energy in the community, right? I really, really, really want you to be a part of this queendom, queen. Okay. So, ladies, I just want to say happy new year. God has been so good to me. What about you? This past year, he has definitely, okay, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. He has definitely been good to me and my family, right? And so I am so excited about 2026. I will not sweat the small stuff. I will not sweat the things that I cannot control. And I am giving my control over to God, right? And He is going to see me through and He's going to see you through if you let Him, right? So, with that, ladies, I want to say Happy New Year. And until next time, continue nourishing your sister locks one drop at a time. I'll talk to you next year. Bye.